Hi everyone. Hello everybody. It's Sandhya. So, how is everybody? I hope you all had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I myself did. I went to my sister's house, as you all know, um, and she just recently moved, so I helped her unpack. But Saturday, a friend of her husband's has a boat, so we went out sailing, and it was beautiful. And I overcame a fear of water, or an aspect of the fear of water, which um, was very interesting to actually be in it and actually go through it and just allow myself to be in it and allow myself to love my way through it. Hmm. So I feel like I conquered a fear, and why not? Why can't we, right? So just a reminder that this is a safe container. I've done all my spiritual work this morning, and I'm really keying in, and I have received a 4 card reading for us today. I am a creator of my reality. And that's how we want to be. We want to be creating in our realities, right? Sorry, my hair is just like, ah. Mm, here we go. We have an energy expansion card, which is great. Um, I'm grateful for everything, and yes, we are. And as we're grateful for everything, our brain creates DHEA, which is wonderful. Hi, Leslie. How are you? I will be choosing a card for you, picking a card for you, not choosing a card. It's intuitively picking a card for you. Um, oh, and I forgive those who have hurt me. Now, this is a brilliant card because forgiveness is the way to really just healing yourself, healing the other person, and allowing for a different energy to be part of your process and actually help you surrender and let go. So forgiveness is a wonderful thing to do, and it just um, it creates a lot more open energy within your system when you forgive. And it's really, really beautiful. It's great for past life issues and things of that sort. But even in your current life, forgiveness, it's amazing how when you forgive someone and actually go through a process of forgiveness that you may already have, or you may be working on with someone, if you're working in a class or anything on forgiveness. Um, Forgiveness is just so powerful, and it allows you to forgive at any point in time. Like forgiveness is yours to give when you're ready, right? And it's all about taking this old energy that was there and changing it into, transforming it into something different that can now work for you, right? So it's beautiful. Thank you, Leslie. I'm good today. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Um, and here we go. So our card for the group is the Lost card, Grief, Sadness, Resurrection. And it's card number 20. And what I would say with this is usually this is around releasing and letting go. So I wouldn't put anything extreme with this. I would just say it's about letting go so that when you surrender and let go, you can now bring in new energy again and create from a stronger point. Um, And what am I looking for? The angel numbers card. So let's look at the number 20 because I feel like that's relevant today. And so here it goes, 20 from the angel numbers book. Your connection with the Creator is strong and clear. God asks you to fill your heart and mind with faith. Ask heaven for help in doing so if you desire. Your faith is being rewarded right now. So that's a very positive message. Creator, Creator is there with you and is telling you to have faith that everything will work out. So that's kind of brilliant with this card because it's loss, but then it says grief, sadness, resurrection, right? So um, there's a lot of really good wording there. Oh, thank you, Leslie. I'm glad I have a calming voice, or that you hear it as being a calming voice. I appreciate that. I try to be relaxing and calming if I can, even if I'm out of sorts. I like to bring it back to the unity consciousness and not try to not try to trigger anyone. Although may be something that I need to do, trigger people into recognizing what they need to get rid of, right? Um, but I think we come across our own triggers naturally in the day. And I don't think that it's for any one person to necessarily trigger anybody else. So, well, let's go with the flow of it. I was actually this weekend, I thought it would be like a real easy weekend because I was helping my sister unpack. But it's really funny because the sailing trip, well, when you're with doctors, they're always going to talk about surgery. And my sister is a vascular surgeon, so it's like, and so is her husband. But this friend of his is also a vascular surgeon. So, you know, and surgery itself is very invasive. And so, we got to, it always comes along that people are going to talk about, um, you know, alternative medicine as being very different than Western medicine, and people argue. Um, but I think there's a little bit of both that needs to be involved because while, um, you need a little bit of Western and you also need lots of Eastern. I'm going to say you need both because they can work hand in hand, right? And I truly believe that. And, I myself have had surgery, so it's kind of, it can be invasive, but at the same time, if it's necessary and it needs to happen, and, if it's a growth or something that's growing within you, then, it's a whole other thing. So it's amazing what the human body can do. So, there's just a lot out there, and knowing what you know, and then using what Western medicine is telling you as well. Like you can bring it to work together for you. It doesn't have to be, all of this and then none of that. It can actually help you and say some of this and some of that and some of another thing. Why not? There are other things. Um, So one of the things I did want to tell you guys is that I am going to the online event for doTERRA because I do use essential oils and they're having their annual meeting this weekend. So I believe it's on starting Thursday evening and into Sunday. So again, over the weekend, I probably will not be doing any dailies, but you'll see me Thursday and Friday in the mornings, probably. And then you'll see me again on Monday. But yeah, I do use oils. I think oils do a lot. I use Reiki, and my friend Stephanie, who's been doing Reiki on me, has also been recommending oils to put on the throat, to put on different parts of the body. We're doing really good work. So let me not get lost in thoughts, but I don't know how I got off topic. Hmm. Well, quite possibly the fact of sailing. So it was really nice to go sailing, just in the sense that, like I said, I overcame like this fear that I had of being in a small boat in water. So it's not a small boat. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how long the boat was, but you know, but it was beautiful. It was quite big. It's not like a kayak. It's bigger than that. And it's not like one of those smaller motorboats, but it was definitely bigger than that. And you had like this whole round I forget what they're called. So you could steer the boat. Yeah, the helm, right. It had its own helm and everything. So it was a nice boat. But I think the process is called jibing. So that they were doing some jibing, and I was on the boat, outside of the boat that was lower in the water, and everybody else was on the side where they were higher than the water. And I think it was meant for it to be that way because I really, really was surprised at how calm I was. And it's really interesting, but you can even feel the Schumann resonance, the energy of the earth, just like even in the water, like there's a deep connection with water. So I connect on earth, but I also connect through water. So, and there were a lot of seals out and there were dolphins out. So we saw some dolphin pods and we saw some seals, and it was beautiful. We were off the coast of Maine, so that was really nice too. Maine is really nice. It reminds me, like, it's funny how you see these small towns and things, and you just have a tendency to always compare it and contrast it to things that you've seen before. So I've always lived in New York, so reminded me a lot of, the small towns in New York as you're on Long Island and you're moving through. And it's just really, really interesting how communities can look similar and yet be different, you know, just like the human race. Anyway, let's get off top. We're getting off topic. So let me read you the card and let me just give you the affirmation for the card. And then we'll read it. This card signifies a loss or disappointment of some kind. Perhaps a hope or dream you had now seems destined to fail, or perhaps someone you love moves away, or a partnership seems likely to end. Yet this card also signifies resurrection, which means that the perceived loss will either not eventuate or what you lose will be returned to you in a new way or form. Gaia, the Earth Mother, oversees this whole event. Feel her loving guidance this very moment. She is here for you and will never leave you, for Gaia and you are one eternally. And that's very true. The wheels of life keep turning. Life is never still, yet every transformation turns the wheel a little closer to the starting point. And once this point is reached, a new cycle begins and the journey continues. There is no end without a new beginning. So it could be that you're at the end of a cycle that you're going through in your life, because we are in the full moon phase right now. And usually full moon is like 2 weeks. So you can see this as a period of time of releasing, letting go, surrendering, So even if something that you tried to create didn't eventuate, it could come into being when the new moon comes. So don't lose heart. It even says here that This card also signifies resurrection, which means the perceived loss will either not eventuate or it will be returned to you in a new way. So you have the power of creation. So if it didn't come up or come about in the last month, you can just as easily bring it in this month when the new moon comes through. So here's the affirmation. Nothing is missing. Things simply change form. Beautiful. My life is forever transforming to ever greater love. And that's the truth, because it's not about what you do, how you do it, or whatever. It's about love and all the relationships with love, right? So, how much love did you give? How much love did you receive? How much did you allow, right? So, the earth and I are one. I am forever protected and guided by love. Spiritually, there is neither beginning nor end. So, that's good. Um, oh, thank you, Leslie. Now we get to choose or pick. I keep saying choose. Wrong. We get to see what comes up for you, Leslie. So let's connect. Okay, Leslie. So I have two cards that came up for you. Yep. The first card is Sacred Journey. And this is number 22, and it's life cycles, family, transformation. And the other card is Liberation. And this is card number 25. And it's breaking free from a negative attachment. So let's see what all of this is saying. So 22. Here is the affirmation for 22. You have it in case you need it. And let us read this. So, sacred journey, life cycles, family, transformation. Life is a physical journey through time and space, yet it is also a spiritual journey that transcends both time and space. Physically, we are born of the earth, and to the earth we shall return. Yet spiritually, we are never born and we never die. We never come and we never leave. This card reminds you that we are each so much more than our physical realities. In fact, from our soul's perspective, this current life is just one page in a never ending book, which is the eternal story of life. We are all characters in a play, and we each have chosen different roles. Your family is a central part of this journey. Each member plays their respective roles. Each member, your co star and partner. Each play is designed for maximum dramatic effect, otherwise, it would all get very boring. In effect, we are all actors and we are each required to play our roles well. It is through our human drama we expand our understanding of love. The different roles we play and the people we encounter help us grow. Through drama, we come to understand just how sacred life is. Thank your soul for the journey. The affirmation is the role I play in this life is transient. I am in essence a being of light. My family members are some of my greatest teachers. All human drama helps me expand my awareness of love. My soul is not confined by time and space. So, this is talking about transformation, and it's also talking about your family. And I don't know if that's relevant for you. Please let me know if any of this is making sense for you. Um, so, the next card, number 25, is Liberation. And here is the affirmation in case you want to say it during the day and connect with it. Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry about the lighting. Usually it's good. I don't know. It keeps going in and out. Okay, so here we go. 25, liberation, breaking free from a negative attachment. Whether you realize it or not, you have become too emotionally attached or dependent on someone or something, or you have allowed or inadvertently caused someone to get too emotionally attached to you. What at first seemed like a healthy relationship or interest now seems to be taking over your life and is creating too much codependence. A situation that is initially seemed like a positive has now revealed its negative side. This, in effect, like a form of addiction. You are you are advised to examine this issue and then create some space between you. For your sake and the sake of others, you must do whatever it takes to break free from this negative emotional attachment. Initially, this may cause some resentment and even some sense of panic, but the end result will be worth it. When you manage to emotionally detach yourself from this issue, you will have learned a valuable lesson, and this will serve you well in the future. Okay, so the affirmation is I release myself from all negative attachment. I trust that this is for my highest good. I trust that this is for the highest good of all. I help others most by not allowing myself or them to be codependent. I look at every situation in a balanced way. So, truthfully, codependence is not um, a good thing to have where you're dependent in this relationship emotionally with someone else. Um, it's kind of like an energy addiction where this person constantly pulls you back into the same drama over and over and over again. So sometimes it's good to just allow yourself go into your energy and really feel into what's really happening here. And definitely use the cards. And let me read you what these numbers mean so you can also pull some positivity from that. So number 22 means the angels can see the positive results of your prayers, and they want you to have patience and stay optimistic while the final details are being worked out in heaven. This is an urgent call from the angels to keep the faith. So keep your faith in what it is you're doing. And number 25 means as you go through the major life changes, expect the best and your optimism will be rewarded. So, this is also about perception and keeping yourself positive. So, when you start feeling negative about things, it doesn't really help. So, what it's always good to find a way to change your perception into a more positive light or change your attitude into something that's better than or a higher octave than what you're at currently, right? So you always want to raise your energy. And sometimes the best way to raise your energy is by going out and being in nature. So even if you're at work, take your lunch outside. And if there's a park or if you can sit by a tree, if there's a bench by a tree, why not eat with your best friend, Mr. Tree or Miss Tree or just the tree? Hug a tree. It's an amazing thing to do. Plus, you can take your shoes off and just put your feet in the grass and just ground into Mother Earth. I know it's really hard to like see if you can do these things. When I used to have my job, I constantly would because I'm a library. I used to be a librarian, so there would always be some place to sit outside, because there's students, campus, all that stuff. But what I would do is I would take one of my beach towels, which had my name on it, and I would go outside and I would sit on the floor and literally on the grass, sorry, and literally just have my lunch and then take like a 15-minute like rest relaxation break, right? And it just was a wonderful thing to do because it took away all the stress. And so, so my clothes wouldn't get dirty. I used a towel, right? So you lay out in front of a tree on the soil, and who knows, you might start dreaming of the tree. That's when you know you're really, really in it and you're meditating and you're doing all that wonderful good stuff. So Leslie, I hope some of this is giving you really good information and helping you out here. Let me know if it does. Now we're 26 minutes in and I'm going to do some sound. Hopefully we can get 8 minutes in and hopefully this will, if anything did trigger you during this reading, this ZenTube sound should help you vibe up, okay, and release that which needs to come off the body. So for those of you who are driving, operating heavy machinery, please listen to the sound later. If you have a pacemaker, please do not listen to the sound because the sound will affect your pacemaker. And if you are currently pregnant, please talk to your doctor and your obstetrician about sound and what you're doing, and get their advice on whether it's something to do after you give birth or before, and go into your own intuition and see what it comes out to be, because you can always come back to this after 9 months, right? Or after you give birth, whenever it is. All right, everybody, so let's sit back and relax, the rest of us. And let's connect into the heart. So take a deep breath, breathe in to a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 4, and then breathe out for a count of 6, sorry. Breathe out for a count of 6. And then breathe in again for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and breathe out for a count of 6. And breathe in your heart now, and breathe in to a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and then breathe out for a count of 6, and feel your higher self in your heart. Bring your ego down into your heart. Bring your womb energy up into your heart, or the energy from your testes into your heart, because we're going to try and also balance the divine masculine and the divine feminine in the body. And then you can ground into Mother Earth and bring in Source and connect in your heart. And here we go. Oh, and also bring in all your teams that you work with, of your gods, goddesses, angels, archangels, guardians, guides, ascended masters, also your teams of elementals, your divine spirit council, your light teams, your energy teams, your sound teams, your vibration teams, your galactic teams, and your starseed families. Bring them all in and feel safe and feel ready to release and let go. And we say thank you to Source. Thank you to Mother Earth. Thank you to our higher selves. Thank you to ourselves. We say thank you to all our teams, to our Divine Spirit Council, to our Starseed families and our galactic teams. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We integrate all these beneficial upgrades to all levels of our awareness for the highest good of all, in safety, harmony, and bliss. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jai Bhagwan Ki, Amen. And so it is. And we slowly start coming back into the body, wiggling our fingers and our toes. If you were laying back, bring yourself up to a seated position. If you feel the need to stretch, lightly start moving your body, allowing for ease and comfort in the upper body and in the lower body. Starting to stretch and just allowing for ease and comfort. Taking some deep breaths, coming back into your body, and slowly opening your eyes when you're ready. So I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I myself, I had a wonderful weekend. Saturday was great sailing, and just everybody was fantastic and wonderful. And it was interesting to meet new people and to get different perspectives on everything. Because when we communicate, we also can change our perspectives and see what's true for us, right? By searching inside and knowing what to take and what not to take, right? And then I did help myself and my sister. I helped her open a lot of boxes this weekend. So I feel really good that we accomplished a lot. And, she feels good about the work that we did this weekend. And I'm very grateful for that. And I just feel like I set my intention to really help her and open up as many boxes as I could, whatever that means. But let's just say I set the intention and it did happen. So I'm happy with that. And before we leave, I will say all my energy back to me, all your energy back to you. We are in our sacred spaces and places and times and dimensions, and we are disconnected. I'm sovereign in my energy, and you are sovereign in your energy, and we are disconnected from each other. And I hope you have a wonderful day today. Be well. And wow, I feel good. I hope you do too. Take care, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.